Evil here, evil there, evil everywhere. Evil exists because humans sought the opposite of good. But we also know that God is sovereign. So in that line of thinking, since evil is still here, is it okay to question God? Well, we're gonna walk through this discipleship process. Think of it like a messy room, and someone has to clean it up.
You really need to clean your room.
Along that scary corridor, it's completely natural to ask questions.
Why do I have to listen to my dad?
My 5-year-old is the smartest person I know. Well, you can just ask him. And any other 5-year-old, for that matter. In his mind, he's correct, and I should completely cave and clean his room for him. Ain't no way that's happening. He's got lessons to learn from concepts that he can't even fathom at his age. But does that stop him from asking me, why, Dad? I'm Joel, and this is Compelling Truth. It's not wrong to question God, as long as we do so with reverence and trust in His perfect character. Scripture shows that while God may not answer in the way that we expect, He always provides what we need to live faithfully. Many in the Bible, such as the psalmists, Solomon, Moses, Habakkuk, and even martyrs in Revelation, asked sincere questions without being condemned. However, questioning becomes inappropriate when it accuses God of wrongdoing, as seen in Jonah's misplaced anger and Job's humbling experience. Now, ultimately, you can bring your questions to God, knowing that He's good, He's wise, and working all things for the good of those who trust Him. More on that in a second. Ecclesiastes 12:13 reminds us of our whole duty. The end of the matter, all has been heard. Fear God and keep His commandments. For this is the whole duty of man. Me forcing my young son to clean his room is less about cleaning and more about obedience. In time, he'll see the benefits of keeping it clean, I'm sure. Until then, he's going to ask me why he has to clean it every day, in a very exasperated fashion nonetheless.
Clean your room, brush your teeth, get good grades,
The point here is, to question is not wrong. To question God is not wrong. Asking questions is literally the way that we grow and is part of cleaning our messy room. The whole reason you're here. It's the process of discipleship. This is made clear to us in the Bible, where people asked God questions and He was not angered or offended by that. With that being said, we should certainly approach God with honor, knowing that He has knowledge about our situation that we simply will not be able to grasp. Instead of making hasty judgments about God's decisions or character, we should remind ourselves that He is fully trustworthy, even when we face trials and hardships. We can know it is not because God has bad intentions, because He is perfect. He is never tempted by sin and tempts no one. Now, although you may not get the answer to your "why God" question every single time, you may not even understand it. You can trust the promise of Romans 8:28 though. And we know that for those who love God, all things work together for good, for those who are called according to His purpose. The truth only transforms when it is applied. Just an application matter here. It does no good to ask, why do I have to clean my room 17 times if we don't ever actually clean the room or learn the lesson. So as you clean, remember that questioning God isn't wrong when done with humility and a desire to understand. While you're hunting for the missing sock, think, has there ever been a time when your questions to God have turned into bitter accusations? I encourage you to reflect on this for a moment and write it down if you'd like. Now, engage with this truth. What can you learn from biblical figures about how to approach God with hard questions? Well, for now, the room is about 40% clean. There's still dirty clothes under the bed, boogers on the walls, and food in the Hot Wheels tub. But we've moved on from that, haven't we? Now we're asking God, what's for dinner? What's our plans for tonight? What's for breakfast tomorrow? Can I watch TV? Can I stay up late? Why can't I have that friend? Is this what you want me to do with my life? Is this the spouse that you have for me? Should I lead this small group? Why did you take my sibling in that car accident? It's okay to ask God questions, but it's not okay to accuse God of being a big, fat, evil meanie head because you don't want to clean your room. And that is why discipleship matters.